and welcome back to Married with Comics. I'm your host, Laura, and this is the best co-host, my husband, Scott. So we are here because you all have spoken. You wanted a pull list video, and you liked our currently read titles, so congrats, you get both. So today we're just going to focus in on the pull list. Wednesday we'll talk more about the comic books that we're reading.
Yes.
The great news is we just made it to 251 subscribers.
No way.
So,
awesome.
So I wanted to give you all a quick update on the 250 subscriber giveaway. Before I posted today's video, one, we are absolutely excited beyond words that we've made it to this goal, and I cannot wait to do this giveaway. The problem that I ran into was some slight technical difficulties. I tried putting all 250 subscriber names into a nice little mystery wheel. We can spin it and we can show here on the channel who won it, give it away, it'll be fantastic. The problem was, it's only showing me 108 subscribers out of 250 subscribers. I looked into a couple different YouTube settings, and it's basically if you as a subscriber chose to keep your privacy settings so that way all of your subscriptions are not visible to everyone, it won't show up on my end. And I know there are so many of you that have been commenting and participating in this channel that I can't see your name. So instead of me guessing through all the comments and trying to kind of scrape up the next 100 or so subscribers, we're going to do this a little differently. So we are going to do a live event. We're going to sit here and talk to you all about our comic books. We're probably going to do a pull list video live with you all and talk and discuss all the amazing things that we have been able to do thanks to you all subscribing to the channel. Sadly, next Sunday is GalaxyCon. So I know for sure we cannot do next Sunday. I need to talk to Scott and find out what works with his schedule and whether we're going to do this on a Wednesday night or more than likely the following Sunday. So stay tuned. We are going to keep you up to date on when we're going to do that live show. But this was the best way for me to make sure that everyone is counted, considered, and we will get that giveaway sent to someone very, very soon. So just stay tuned. We'll have more information very, very soon. So today I wanted to start with kind of the must-have grabs for this upcoming week.
Yes.
For me, my first title...
I need it.
Yes. So my first title on this list is Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads #1. So excited about this. So... yeah. It is basically the ultimate team Peter David is leading, and this is where we're going to take the Spider-Man Peter Parker with his symbiote costume, and he's going to go meet the Hulk. This is all going to take place before Peter David's, famous Incredible Hulk run. So I'm really, really excited for this one. Second one on my list is Barbaric #2, which I've talked to you all about. Scott's read it, and he's going to talk to you about his impressions of it on Wednesday, but I'm excited. Department of Truth #11. I am sadly horribly behind on this series, but I'm hoping to get caught up in the next week or so. I'm not giving up yet, and that's kind of where I'm standing. Stubbornly. I haven't read it. I've heard people who said it got worse, and then I've heard people who said it got better. So I'm just going to keep holding out until I can get caught up and decide for myself. Icon and Rocket season #1. Issue #1 comes out this week. So I read the Milestone Returns Static season 1, and then this is kind of the next part of that whole series is Icon and Rocket. You do get to see these two characters at the end of Milestone Returns. And I really, really enjoyed them, so I'm actually really looking forward to that series and seeing if I'm going to continue with it. And the last one for me is The Other History of the DC Universe, issue #5. This one should be the final. Now, I've talked to you a little bit about my favorite, parts of The Other History of the DC Universe. Some of the stories definitely have been stronger than others, but the one that's my all-time favorite is the very first one with Black Lightning. Now, this one is his daughter, Thunder. And it's going to be her impressions kind of growing up with a superhero father, wanting to kind of fight that superhero capability and seeing how much it can destroy her family, and then becoming a superhero herself. So I'm really, really intrigued, and it's going to be a really interesting kind of conclusion to these stories. There may be more down the line, but I'm very intrigued.
Sounds cool. So on my must-have pulls for this week, I have Daredevil issue number 32 is coming out. We've got the Angel of Death running loose in Hell's Kitchen, giving Elektra all kinds of headaches. I also have Detective Comics 1040. So Bruce Wayne's kind of fallen from grace. There's a lot going on. A lot happened in post Joker War. Okay. Essentially, though, he's getting ready to spend the weekend in the clink, as my grandparents would have said. He's going to get thrown in jail. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He's pulled in for questioning and thrown in for jail. Another one of my must-haves is Sonjaversal. So we're on issue 6 of this. To me, it's just really, I love the kind of tongue-in-cheek that they're pulling all these Sonyas in from all these different universes. And it's not just like, oh, look, there's, Noir Sonya, there's this Sonya, and she has this distinct character. It's the way they interact with each other. They literally are like, they're just they remind me of siblings very much. And I love it. I like the writing in it. It's fun to read. So that's all I have on my must-have list.
So my maybe category of titles that I may grab and I may skip is definitely Batman Reptilian number 2. I've talked to you all about this. The story was really, really good. The artwork to me was a little distracting, and it's funny because I've heard people say the exact opposite. So it seems like everyone's a little split on this one. I'm iffy on grabbing it. Parasomnia number 2. I definitely want to continue reading the series. I just haven't decided if I'm going to wait for the trade or if I'm going to grab issue number 2. And Static Season 1, issue number 2. Another one that I will continue reading the series, but I'm not sure if I want to continue on the individual issues or not.
So in my maybe list, I have the United States of Captain America number 2. It's only in my maybe list because I grabbed the first one after reading the synopsis and I was intrigued, but I haven't read it yet. So I want to read it. If it is as good as I was hoping it would be, I'm definitely going to grab issue number 2 of that, where Cap and Sam Wilson are basically going across America trying to find the shield, Cap's shield that's been stolen. And they run into various different characters along the way, including local Captain Americas. So it's pretty cool. The other one of my maybes is Harley Quinn number 5 comes out. I did start reading Harley Quinn. It's not pulled me in yet. She's one of my favorite characters, so I treat her kind of like, if you have your favorite movie and then you hear they're doing a remake and you're like, I don't know. My favorite was like so good in so many ways. So the first issue or 2, I'm still kind of waiting on them to convince me that they've done a good job. And not knocking the writer, but as far as what I've seen so far, it's not on my must-read list. It's on my, if I get around to it, pop. So Harley Quinn number 5 is a maybe for me.
I wasn't that convinced with that one either.
Yeah, the other one that's a big maybe for me is Batman Secret Files Huntress number 1. I'm interested because the character is somebody that I don't know as much about. She's not one that I see as often unless you have her in conjunction with other people like, the Birds of Prey or this, Harley Quinn or somebody else. So I'm kind of curious to see what they do with her kind of on a standalone. And it's one shot, so that's a real strong maybe, which means I'll probably buy it when I get there, but it's not on my pull list. So another one for my maybe pile is Fantastic Four number 34. The reason for that is simple, really. The last one was The Wedding of Dr. Doom. I don't know how many of us probably expected something to go wrong. Especially when he invited like all of his past adversaries as well as, friends and so forth. And I'm like, nothing could possibly go wrong with this. Johnny Storm and him, and no, nothing's going to go wrong. Something went wrong. And at the very end of the wedding, the last issue, a fight breaks out. So it's on my maybe pile because I only grabbed the first one because Dr. Doom was getting married. And I'm like, what? Gotta have that. And then I kind of read it and it was like pretty predictable. And I'm like, okay, I can see where this is going. But they left it without concluding it. So I want to kind of see what happens with the fight. But I also think I know what's going to happen. But still, I thought it was well enough done that I would probably read it again. I just did not add it to my must-have pile.
That's really smart marketing, though, because they kind of like suckered you in for one issue, and now suddenly you're walking away with 3.
Yeah, it's only one chip. It's only one Greyhound.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just one more Greyhound.
Never works that way.
Never.
Never.
Variant covers of the week. So for me, it is definitely Spawn 320. I do like the A cover, but I'm a little torn between the Todd McFarlane cover versus the Francesco Mattina cover. They're both equally beautiful, and choosing between them is going to be really tough. I normally almost always go with the Todd McFarlane covers, and I may have to grab both this week. What about you for variant covers?
So I have several. Amazing Spider-Man number 71. It's in my must-have list, just so you know. But there's a particular variant cover by Peach Momoko of Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, that is gorgeous. So that one is definitely the cover I'm going to be getting for Amazing Spider-Man 71. The other one that's in the same kind of realm for me is Black Widow number 9. So I'm loving the new Black Widow series. Absolutely love the writing, love what they've done with the story. I also, though, saw that they did the Captain America 80th Anniversary Special Edition cover, and it's gorgeous. It's super cool. In my opinion, she gets my vote as being the next Captain America. And then I have one more variant cover, which sort of in my maybe pile, because I haven't read the first one yet. I read the synopsis and loved it. Haven't had time to read the book yet. But it's Wonder Woman Black and Gold number 2. The variant cover of it, though, is absolutely gorgeous. It's by Joshua Middleton. It's just a classic rendering. It's a throwback way back to early era comic books, and reminds me of Golden Age type stuff. But it's so artistic and so well done. That's the one that I'm going to grab this week for my variant cover.
Definitely. Heads up on trades that are coming out is if you did not get a chance to read the Gwenom versus Carnage, that is coming out in a trade paperback this week. Highly recommend that one. I was on the fence on Gwen Stacy, whether I was going to really jump into the character, and I was able to kind of jump into her story, not feel lost, laughed a ton, and now I'm going to start seeking out Gwen Stacy comics, or I'm like this close to getting the omnibus, which I normally don't get omnibuses, so that says a lot. We're coming back very soon with stories that we've actually read, what we thought about some of the issues that have been on our pull list, and we look forward to hearing from you all very soon. We will see you all on Wednesday on New Comic Book Day, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you all so much.